Hey everyone, it's Bob with DITV. I'm sitting here in the DITV studio with Mark Henn. Mark is an animator with Walt Disney Animation Studios. So cool to have you come by. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you. And could you tell me a little bit about what it takes to be an animator at Walt Disney Animation Studios?
Well, talent. You have to be able to, when I started, drawing was a big part of it. So you had to be able to draw and draw very well. Acting is another side of it because animators are essentially actors with pencils. So if you think of the fact that I'm not on the screen, but the characters that I draw are on the screen. They're the stars on the screen. So it's a really interesting dynamic between my artistic abilities as well as my acting sensibilities is what an animator does.
Could you tell me a little bit of your recent interaction with DI participants and what it is you're seeing in them in terms of, I mean, when you're thinking animators or you're thinking, the next creative workforce out there that's stretching our imaginations, are you seeing anything in these DI participants that you want to just sort of highlight?
It's, I got off the plane, I drove down here, got into my hotel, and the instant I started walking around out here, you could feel the energy and the excitement. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And I think what I've really been impressed with is just the volume, just the unlimited amount of imagination. I watched some of the competitions this morning of the fairy tales, and it's just really fun. And to see the different age groups coming up with things, there's no two alike that I've seen around here, and you just don't know. I mean, I can't say for certain, who's going to be, maybe the next animators. I've had several come up to me and say, what do I need to do? What kind of colleges or schooling do I need? And I've given them some advice in that area. But it's just the fun of seeing all this creativity and the kids being able to express it in all these different varieties of competitions. It's just been amazing, absolutely amazing.
Well, we're really glad that you come here and you get to experience some of that, and that our DI participants can glean some insights from you and all of your wisdom and experience in the animation industry, but just creativity in general, as you've just been sort of highlighting. There's a funness to it, but then there's also a process about it that you really get into the groove and find your own.
Yeah, and that's one thing I tried to stress in the workshops, trying to tell how our creative process in making our animated films, how it's very similar to what the kids have done here, because working in a team is very much what we do in animation. It's like I told the group this morning, I couldn't do an animated feature entirely by myself. I need to have others to work with, and that's if they don't do anything else with their, with this experience, the experience of working together, working as part of a team is something they can apply to any part of their life, any career really. And that's one thing I know I've always appreciated about animation, and it goes back to some of the things I did in my childhood, where it was all about team building, and this is an amazing forum for that.
We're really, really glad to have you here. Thanks so much for stopping
My
and
pleasure.
talking with us, Mark.
You're welcome.
And for more information on partners and sponsors, you can go to globalfinals.org.